A lot of people don't know that. So your realtor, if you have an FHA or VA loan, should be marketing that it is assumable, and you should be open to that because that's going to help you get a better price, assuming that you have a low interest rate. If you buy it like in the last 2 years, you might not have a low interest rate. But if you bought, 2020 through 2023, that can be a huge asset for you. And that should be part of your plan when it comes to, but a lot of sellers I don't want them assuming my loan. And that's weirds me out. It makes me uncomfortable. And if you have an inexperienced realtor with that, they might tell you it's not a good idea. But I can tell you it's a great asset. If you have an assumable loan, you need to be marketing the heck out of the fact that you're open to that.
Yeah. And I think good realtors ask those questions. And one, it's not a hiccup, but concern is if you have an assumable loan, there's going to be a gap between the purchase amount and the loan amount. So maybe you're getting a second for that difference, or maybe you're bringing cash from a different sale to that. But if that seller is open-minded to those scenarios, they can oftentimes reach a higher sale price or be appealing to more buyers because they can be more flexible.
Yeah, and I think some sellers, they're in their own head. Like nobody's going to have 150 grand to bring to this, to then close it or whatever, right? There's a lot of investors out there with a lot of cash, and they're looking for some kind of assumable loan. So that is something that front and center, you should understand that you have an asset there, and that's only going to help your sales price. You can actually ask for more than the market demands if you have a 3% assumable loan on it.
Yeah, because the payment's far less than even a lower purchase price, but a higher interest rate. So if they're solving for X as far as their payment, you have an asset, like you said, to sell.
Yep.
And whether it's an investor looking for a great investment, or sometimes, mom and dad or grandpa and grandma want to help, daughter or granddaughter or whatever buy a house, then maybe they're putting down that money or covering the gap in order for them to be able to afford that payment. So yeah, it's just interesting to see all of the different situations or scenarios that can come up as a seller.
Yeah, and I think sellers a lot of times they I know that my parents kind of do this sometimes.